What's going on, you guys? So check it right. Usimamane just dropped the deluxe version of his album 20th, and man, has it sparked some controversy. Now the deluxe comes with 7 additional songs with features from Rick Ross, Saudi, Tejo, and Mash Beats. So the album is really good, right? I mean, Usimamane is really talented, and I don't think anyone can dispute that. You can also tell that he's heavily influenced by that ATL sound, more specifically Thug. And I mean, he kills it in my opinion, but you can tell he's trying to perfect his sound at the same time. But my only criticism about the album is that the sequencing was bad. It's definitely not a cohesive album, almost having that playlist or mixtape feel to it. But I mean, the music is still good nonetheless, and that's what matters. Now with that said, I want us to discuss one of the records from the album, and it's titled 2 p.m. in Dubai. And I must say that the boy was talking his shit on this one. Now it's clear that he took a page out of Drake's book with the title of this record. I mean, it's a timestamp record, and that's been synonymous with Drizzy. Now, if you've been following Usimamane's career on social media, you'll know that he's received his fair share of criticism throughout the year. And when listening to this record, it felt like he had been suppressing all the negative emotions he's been feeling throughout the year, and finally decided to express himself through this song. Now, he first starts off by saying, "I'm still the topic of my town, I don't care about no crown. They can hate me how they like, but on them charts I double down. Niggas talking about bots, they tried talking about my sound. They were sitting at number 1, where the fuck they sitting now? They can always run their mouth." Now the boy addressed quite a few things here, right? Now, if you guys remember, Usimamane announced that he would be dropping his album on the 13th of September, a few weeks ahead of the time. But a day before the 13th, Aries announced that he would be dropping his mixtape Kill the King on the 13th as well, which was the same day as the Durban native. And a narrative from the fans started to spread that Reese was killing the boy's hype by dropping on the same day as him. And Reese ended up charting for a full week at the number 1 spot across all genres, ahead of Usimamane on both Apple Music and Spotify. After that week, we saw Reese chart behind the newcomer, hence we have him saying that they were sitting at number 1, but where the fuck are they sitting now? He also makes mention of being the topic of his town and not needing a crown, which is another reference towards Reese, who claims to be the king. So he's definitely talking his shit, and he directs his attention towards the fans that have been criticizing him, talking about how he's been getting hated on, but it's ironic because on the charts he gets a lot of love. He also makes mention of how he's seen the narrative of people claiming that he uses bots because his numbers are doing so well, and that he's also seen the conversations of people talking about his sound, where people claim that he sounds like Nasty C and Blackie, but he isn't fazed by that because he knows people always have something to say, or better yet, they like to run their mouths. Now he closes off the verse by saying, "We'll always rap about my pain, always staying in my lane. As long as we running the street, don't give a fuck who run the game. As long as they gon' see my name, then it's always gon' be hate. I'm number 2, they celebrate. I'm number 1, they gonna blame." So with these closing lines, right, it sounds like he's been blocking out all the noise, just focusing on his own career path, not being concerned with anyone else. He also realizes that when he was charting at number 2 behind Reese, he felt more love, with people celebrating his debut. But as soon as he overtook Reese, that love quickly turned into hate, and people were blaming him for using bots, with the streams not being organic and Gamma potentially having a hand in that. Now, what I will say is that on social media, more specifically X, the kid has received more hate than love ever since overtaking Reese on the charts, which is unfortunate because he's still new to the game, and I'm sure that can be disheartening to witness. But at the same time, this is hip-hop, and it's definitely competitive. And with Reese having a cult following with the Slimes, overtaking their favorite artist comes with its own challenges. And I mean, that fan base can be relentless, especially if they feel as if the industry is robbing their fave. Whereas you have this newcomer who was signed to Gamma, right? Getting huge label supports, having budgets for music videos, being shot in Dubai with Lambos, as well as breaking streaming records and dominating charts. Well, if you know the Slimes, then it was only inevitable that they would eventually shit on the boy. And with him dropping a verse like this, best believe they put a target on him and are praying for his downfall, which is unfortunate because, as I said, he is a newcomer to the game, and he's just speaking on things from his perspective. Now, before I close off, right, I also found it interesting that Usimamane utters the words "one of them once, bro, it's us and never them," which is reference to Mash Beats, who I've always seen post those words on X. Now, I'm not saying Usimamane is choosing sides or anything, but I do find that telling. And I mean, he did travel to Dubai with Mash, who is featured twice on the album. So they obviously have a relationship with each other, but I'm not sure if that fuels the situation anymore. But I mean, Reese and Mash aren't cool with each other, and I know for sure the Slimes don't take too kindly to that. All I'll say is that it's going to be interesting to see how things turn out from this point onwards. I mean, Usimamane didn't necessarily diss Reese on the record. I just felt as if he was taking a moment to finally express all the things he's seen associated with his name in a negative manner. And I can't hate on that because we champion other artists when they do the same. But if Reese responds to this, then it's up. But you guys let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think Usimamane was dissing a Reese, or was he just addressing all the negativity his name has been associated with? And are you enjoying the deluxe so far? Comment down below. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to hit that like button if you found the content dope, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's on to the next one. Peace.